Take a deep breath and connect with your inner source to see what parts of this reading may resonate with you. Now we're going to be getting a message from the Kalima Oracle deck, so just take what resonates. But if you would like a personal reading, a one-on-one personal session with me, Akashic Records, anything else, go to 144bluerosetemple.com, or you can email me. All the information is in that box below. And just as always, thank you for all of your love. Thank you for all of your support. Thank you for being here today, Ancient Souls and Soul Tribe. If my energy or my readings resonate with you, feel free to subscribe, click on that notification bell, go click on that like button so the rest of the Soul Tribe can find us and so I can connect more with your energy in the readings. What I'm hearing is that you're dealing with an energy where it's going to require wisdom. To identify what the source of negativity is. And that's what's coming through. For some of you, you're doing some sort of energy clearing of your field. It's identifying of exactly what source of negativity is it. Divine Mother, Kalima, you're going to have a victory. The victory is fated for you when it comes to whatever negative energy that you're dealing with. It's just identifying the source of the negativity. And for some of you, it's going to come in the form of wisdom. Divine Mother and Father, Holy Spirit of God, for this Kalima message, what do we have for the collective today for this Kalima message? There we go. There it goes. Throma, Nagmo. You're dealing with a negative energy. For some of you, you're dealing with like evil eye kind of energy. She arises instinctively, responding to a severe threat to your well-being, freedom, and your sacred fulfillment. So you're dealing with some sort of evil eye energy, and I'm not a tarot reader who tries to read on things like magic and rituals and this and that. If it comes out, it's just coming out because it's from that truth ray. Some people do deal with these things, and the highest truth amidst any tarot reading I or anyone else ever does is that you are a sovereign light being, and nothing and no one can ever penetrate your auric field, have any power over you. So that's the highest truth no matter what reading I do or anyone else does. Her fierce form causes the impure to tremble and the pure of the heart to move close to her. She is ferocious in her wrath against injustice. Dispense with thoughts of vengeance. Vengeance is mine, said the Lord. Pray for mercy for all beings. Open your heart to her heart and allow her to attend to all matters of karma while you remain true to your higher self. This was coming out in a Pisces reading recently. So maybe for some of you, you could be Pisces. There was no need for a return to sender. For some of you, you need to hear that. Now, it was a dark, negative, dense energy or entity. There was not even a need for a return to sender. All right? Kali is so responsive to those in need of her that she will manifest in unlimited forms, yes, to provide the necessary protections. And that's what was coming through in this reading, where you may not be able to identify exactly what that source of negativity is, but that you will receive the wisdom. And Kali is so responsive and immediate. 333, as I say that, she will manifest in unlimited, infinite forms of whatever it is that you may need for that particular negativity or situation. I'm going to read what it says. Yeah, you may not understand. You may not understand her wisdom and her method, but you can trust in what's happening, especially the things breaking apart or arising anew. Any pain you may be experiencing now is so much less than what it would have taken root if certain circumstances were allowed to continue. When a boundary needs to be set, it's not time to play nice or to pacify people or circumstances attempting to exploit your good nature. Throma Nagmo shall not stand for such disrespect and trying to keep the peace by cultivating behaviors that are not self-honoring. Someone tried to really come up against you, collective. And that's why this reading is coming for you today. This was a very hard, fierce no from Kalima of no. Whatever energy that is, if it were to take any form or effect, and I'm hearing if that weapon were have to take any form or effect, it would have been a threat to your soul mission, to your well-being. Whatever was sent your way was against Ma'at, cosmic law and order. Now, Sekhmet, that's the Egyptian Kemetic energy. Similar to the Kalima energy, Sekhmet is also this lion-headed goddess of war, of liberation, of, destruction and all of those different things. So similar energies, people can sometimes say that she's similar to like the Durga or the Kalima energy. But she has like that fire, destruction, war, same type of energy. She's the protector of Ma'at. Ma'at is just, peace, purity, cosmic order, and harmony. In the Egyptian Kemetic pantheon, Sekhmet is the protector of Ma'at. Your Ma'at is being protected by Kali Ma over here. Trust in her more than you trust in your doubts or your fears. So say, for example, collective, you are actually someone where like this happened. You dealt with a very negative energy, say things like, black magic, just things like that. And that's usually what comes out when it comes to this card. I'll read it to you. Wrathful Black Dakini, Mother of Wisdom, Grace, and Power, I bow before you with respect. I surrender to your workings. And it says, liberation, all defilements must submit to your liberating presence. Yeah, whatever that this was, it was something very negative, and it was something that was against cosmic law and order when it comes to you. All right. However, again, if you resonate with this, you did not have to fear. That was just simply an initiation of having no fear, because it was never going to prosper, ever, ever. Anyway, let's see what this is for you, collective. Let's see what this is. Oh, sugar honey iced tea. Why do we have Throma Nagmo over here? This is where you speak. For some of you, it had to do with the throat. Or like someone else's nasty words. Now, why do we have Throma Nagmo? Why do we have Throma Nagmo here? Why do we have Throma Nagmo? Your solitude is your protection here. So for some of you, if you're in solitude, it is actually a form of protection. Or just even time alone, etc. We have telepathy here as well. Why Throma Nagmo? Why Throma Nagmo for the collective? You are ending out this cycle completely. We do have Avalon Priestess, Intuitive Awakening. And for some of you, this even activated your soul gifts even more. All right, so weapons may form. It's never, ever going to prosper in the way it was intended. As soon as I'm hearing this was an attack on your soul gifts, oh gosh, not the message at the same time. Not the message at the same time, collective. We do have the spirit whisper. I do have shh tattooed here. It's very faint now, but divine guidance, higher knowing. You kind of actually, Kalima, reflected back to someone else. For some of you, like your soul gifts, someone reacted to you in fear and sent you some sort of energy. We have joyful activity, celebration of life, abundance, and Throma Nagmo is a sky dancer, the sun dancer over here. Now, for some of you, maybe you dance to clear energy, or it could even benefit you. And actually what's coming through is, for those of you who resonate with this, dance. Not even a return to sender, dance. And that's a way that you're going to transmute all of this energy. So for some of you, dancing. If you're thinking of a way to transmute, move around energy, dance. All right, joyful activity, celebration of life, abundance. As soon as I say that, someone's reaching out about an apartment. Very interesting, this reading, collective. And the messages that are coming through as confirmations. Your spiritual gifts brought out like the fears in another person. However, I'm just seeing you as like joyful activity, you know, over here, Avalon Priestess, telepathy. But to someone else, they're perhaps someone that like really wants to hide or feels almost as if You saw too much of them. A high priestess is in between the two, but is in the heart space. The high priestess, or the high priest, right? Avalon priestess over here. They'll see the light or the dark. It's all beautiful. They could see all parts of you. It's all beautiful, you know, and most of us are like, right, with telepathy and the third eye, you know, most people want to hide. Most people would not want you to read all and every single one of their thoughts, etc. And so, collective, you made someone feel very open and vulnerable, but you didn't do anything wrong. You were very pure. You were just joyful activity. However, someone was not used to, 144 as I say that, someone was not used to someone coming into their life and seeing and knowing everything. No divination needed, no, none of that. Just, you are high priest, priestess. Now I do see that perhaps you are someone who spends some time alone, right? And it feels like for some of you, you do it like for protection, and you don't need to though, and you're closing out that cycle. So this was something that triggered that within you, collective, where it's a little bit of like persecution-y energy. We do have ma'at here, so confirmation of the ma'at. All right, you were in your truth, and you came to this person with pure intentions. Your psychic gifts, again, like you completely go way beyond and transcend divination and cards, Wheel of Fortune, there we go. You go beyond all of that. You do not need divination. Akashic records, you can do a pathway prayer. It just, for some of you, like you're in that frequency. You don't need to search for like the wisdom and what comes through, all right? You're someone who you're very, very open, extrasensory perception. You are a walking, physically embodied high priest, priestess. You don't need the cards at all, all right? And I'm getting another message too. So for some of you, the name Jay or even charisma may resonate with you. But we do have the keeper of the scales, fairness and balance, all right? Ma'at. So Kalima here, Throma Nago, is protecting your ma'at over here, your soul destiny, your soul truth, etc. Someone did take you the wrong way over here, and you kind of triggered their fears and insecurities, but you're someone who you could see someone's light, but even all of their shadow, all of their everything. It's like, oh, that's cool. You know, like, oh, okay. You know, you're not someone who is in a negative energy, malevolent, any of those different things. However, someone felt very seen by you, and it triggered the crap out of them. We're going to grab a card for this. Why do we have end of a cycle, time out, the divine whisperer? Why do we have end of a cycle? You're a weaver. You are a divine weaver. You are someone that is really connected to Ma'at, cosmic law and order. Divine intelligence here, divine guidance. And the beautiful message that I just received too. Divine guidance, higher knowing, divine intelligence. Why do we have end of a cycle? Yeah, and it's interesting because the message that I got was, hey, soul sister, we need to be out there. We need to like be out there. We need to like be outside and things like that. Collective. Sri Bala, there we go. Someone just sent me, I'm getting so many messages during this reading. Someone just sent me, send me the Sri Bala 144 as I say that mantra. Surprises, sometimes shock, total paradigm shift. Sri Bala is destined to succeed. It is destiny. People may not see it without of you. Validation will come later. You're destined to succeed. Sri Bala is the childlike version of Kalima, the High Lady of love and compassion, reverence, kindness, and consideration. All right, you are someone who has played small. You're someone who's purged out a lot of things and wounds when it comes to persecution. Remember, I felt the throat for you. So you're clearing up persecution, 144 as I say that, from past lives, this lifetime, etc. You're not meant to be in solitude. You're not meant to be alone. Yes, you know, from say past lives or even this lifetime, you've experienced certain things, certain karmic cycles or trauma from actually your soul gifts and your priest or priestess path. However, that's the end of that cycle. All right. So this last spiritual attack, it brings you right into being seen. As soon as someone says beauty and something like that, right into being seen, collective. Okay. It's the end of a cycle of you hiding yourself to protect your soul gifts. You are an earth angel. You are a light. I almost said walker. Okay. You are a light worker and you're full of joy. Yes, you're all this energy, which that can bring that up in anyone, right? But you're full of love, you're full of joy, and enough is enough, all right? You don't have to play small anymore. Spirit really doesn't want you in hiding. So let's see what this is for you, collective. Divine Mother and Father, Holy Spirit of God, for this Throma Nagmo reading, for Avalon Priestess, Intuitive Awakening, Telepathy, the Sun Dancer, End of a Cycle, Solitude, Reverence, Kindness, Consideration, Divine Intelligence, Cause and Effect, Divine Guidance, Higher Knowing. For the collective, for the divine, ancient souls, all signs collective. Why do we have Throma Nagmo, Avalon Priestess? Oh, Jesus. Yep, judgment, though. They tried to Eight of Swords, yeah. Why do we have Avalon Priestess, Intuitive Awakening, Telepathy, the Sun Dancers, Throma Nagmo, Kindness and Consideration, Divine Guidance, Higher Knowing? You get through it. You're meant to be doing what it is that you're doing. You have had people that have tried to attack your spiritual gifts, which again, you're someone with, and we have the Empress card over here. You're someone who you're just open. You don't do divination on people. You're not doing Akashic records, looking into people's energy. You don't need to. You're just open. You also didn't like ask for that, you know? So it's interesting. A part of your journey too is accepting your power, actually. Accepting your power, which kind of scares other people, but it's just love, right? It's just love. It is truth. You can see anything and everything, right? And whatever that may mean to you. Not that you see everything, you know, but you can see a whole lot. And it can sometimes make people feel very seen, exposed, or this or that. And they drop into the root of fear. But you are just love, and it's showing there. Why do we have the Eight of Swords here for this Throma Nagmo reading? Someone tried to silence you. Someone tried to... It's like they can't, though, control your soul gifts, you know? Like, you are someone who doesn't look into people's energy. You don't do this, you don't do that. But they also cannot control the fact that you're a walking high priest, priestess, and you don't need any of those cards. That it's just your connection to source. Source is the all, the universe. Why 5 of Swords with the 8 of Swords for this Throma Nagmo reading? How much more clear can this reading get? Your soul gifts, 6 of Coins, were attacked. People can't take your soul gifts. They were God-given to you. You're also someone, you didn't ask for them. Your soul gifts are very natural. And you do come into people's lives to bring love, healing, liberation, etc. However, you know, perhaps past lives or this lifetime, you've been attacked because of that. But that's changing here. You're entering into a brand new cycle, which it shows in the tarot too, the World card. You're not meant to be alone. You're not meant to hide yourself. You're not meant to be in solitude. And it's actually hiding like your soul gifts and actually like your beauty, your love that you have and joy from the world by you trying to play safe, you know. But again, you've been through things. So of course, you know, that's coming up over here. But it's the ending of a cycle where you have to hide that and you have to overprotect yourself, collective. For Throma Nagmo, why do we have the World card? The Emperor. For Throma Nagmo, why do we have the World card? For Throma Nagmo, why do we have the World card? You're moving forward over here, all right? You're moving away from any problems. 4 of Coins over here it is that you've had. You're releasing what no longer serves you. You're also owning your power over here. All right, 6 of Swords. You're moving from one cycle to another. Why the 9 of Wands here? Page of Wands. You're full of good ideas. You're full of love and joy. Why Page of Wands with the 9 of Wands? Ooh, and you have something coming your way, okay, with the Knight of Cups over here. Why do we have the Page of Wands, Nine of Wands, and the Knight of Cups for Throma Nagmo? Why the Eight of Wands and the Seven of Swords? And what is that Five of Cups? Be mindful, because you are collective over here in that Nine of Wands energy. Ah, I see what this is. This is someone coming your way, collective. For some of you, it's a scorpionic energy. There we go. Yeah, it's a scorpionic energy. Why Six of Wands with the Nine of Swords here? And who or what is that Page of Wands? Nope, they're being blocked out. They're not coming into your energetic field. It might be a Gemini Lover's card. Could be a past lover, could be a Gemini. That person's not coming in. Nine of Wands over here. There's a choice here. There is someone coming into your life. They're coming into your life, collective, at a time that you just went through a whole lot. They're not going to be able to get into your energetic field. Why the Two of Swords for this Page of Wands? Look at that. Ten of Wands in reverse. And the reason being is that you've already been through it. You've been through it already. And so, for some of you, Divine Mother, maybe it is Kalima, you know, whatever that this is, the Page of Wands here could be a Gemini energy or it could be a lover. They're not going to be allowed into your energetic field. Ten of Wands in reverse. You've already learned the lesson. You've already let go of the burden. And what Spirit is saying, again, for some of you, perhaps it's Kalima herself, you've been through enough. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And Kalima also protects you from that of which is unworthy of your pure divine heart. You know, and in the Oracle card, it did say, you know, those who are pure of the heart come close to her. Those that are not, they tremble. Your pure heart is being protected from someone that's going to come in, and they're coming in after you just went through so much. You went through so much. They're not going to be able to have full access to you or to get in because, and maybe perhaps this person doesn't realize it either. Who is that Page of Wands? It's a friend or someone that you have celebrated with. Could even be a group of people. Or there's someone who like wants to be your friend. You've been through a lot and you do not need to. Yeah, Seven of Coins in reverse. And we have the High Priestess. You do not need to go through that cycle again. With karmic cycles, you know, there's lessons that we're meant to learn. You can have that firm boundary of no, that's actually a karmic cycle I don't need to go through. I've been through it before, and because I see it, I'm not going to go through it again. This person would end up hurting you. This person would end up lying to you or being deceptive in some way, shape, or form. This is someone who's not going to be truthful to you. Kalima is the, say, goddess of truth. And again, will protect those of which who are pure of the heart. This person here, they would put you through a cycle that you've already been through. And it's coming through as truth, as like this person's going to come in of like, oh my gosh, wow, like, you know, hey collective, you've been through so much and your heart is very pure. So whether that be Kalima or maybe another spirit guide, you know, etc., God, this person's going to be blocked away from your energetic field because you've already done the work and you are not meant to relearn that lesson again. It's going to be blocked off this person. All right. Because your success is coming in. We do have Six of Wands. We have the Nine of Swords, the Fool. Why Six of Wands? Yeah, we have the Fool card over here, and the Fool's holding a white flower. All right, so you've been through a lot over here, collective. Two of Wands, and it's a choice. It is a choice. Some karmic cycles are a choice. 444 as I say that. where I do believe we're meant to learn certain karmic lessons on a soul level. Our soul has chosen to clear, say, perhaps some karmic cycles, etc. Once you learn the karmic cycle, it is then your choice to, kind of stoop down to that level or that timeline, etc. And that's what I see over here. Like, say, for example, the ex that has come back 6 times. Like, I do get like coming back as a changed person, but I'm sorry, 6 to 10 times. I don't know. It's probably your personal, right, story, but that's like what's coming through here. It's like something like that of like, there's a choice. Do you go down that karmic cycle or not? All right, you have a very pure heart. And again, you're showing up here with, I want to say, very strong soul gifts, very strong psychic gifts. You are someone that you are very open. As soon as I say that, I hear a bird. Eagle's eye view. For some of you, you connect with the eagle or with birds. But you've been through a lot. All right. And what Spirit is saying here is there is someone that's going to come into your life, but they're going to be blocked off. However, they're going to maybe come up to you. They're going to reach out to you. So just be mindful about that. And I do see the person being blocked off from your energetic field. You've been through enough. And this person would only lead you down a cycle of pain, because what it does show is eventually the connection or friendship will end. And 5 of Cups over here. They're going to end up disappointing you. All right. However, you're full of a lot of creative energy. Right. We have the Fool card, Knight of Wands, Passion, Nine of Swords. You're someone who has worked very hard. You deserve all the blessings coming in for you, collective. And again, this card, the Fool card, represents innocence over here, the White Rose. And so this person's going to be blocked away from you because you truly are in this energy where, you just want what is pure, what is true to surround you. And while this person may be in a good energy coming up towards you, it does say good news, full of energy, etc. This person may end up not being completely loyal to you. And as soon as I say that, the camera kind of shifts a little bit. This person is whatever that may mean to you. Okay, whether that be third parties, we do have divided loyalties here too. They may be connected to things and people that would be a threat to your well-being. Confirmation with the Nine of Wands, and they almost flipped this card. So you're also protected from people where it's like the way that they live or this or that is a threat to your well-being, what you're doing. Perhaps sometimes it's just the people they surround themselves with, but it's a threat to you. And so you're going to be kept away. All right, so that's what I have for you. I hope that it resonates. What's the advice for this reading? The Magician card. You are the co-creator. You are the magician over here. Okay, and I do see you co-creating your reality. A lot of creative energy surrounds you at this time, and nothing and no one shall obstruct you or stop you. Okay, so that's what I have for you. King of Swords, Truth. The Truth card over here. I hope that it resonates with you, collective. What do we have to close out this Kalima reading? Cloak of Wisdom. You know what to do. We have Melchizedek, the Shekinah, and Cloak of Wisdom. And like I said, it's just identifying, all right? So you may even just receive some sort of wisdom, some sort of information that helps you get through some sort of negative energy or cycle. You better dance, collective. It says dance 3 times here. We have unleash your spirit, express your soul gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. All right, just like Kalima's dance. What I am seeing here, collective, there's no need for return to sender or this or that. This reading is actually saying to dance. You better go dance like Kalima. We do have Melchizedek, all right? You have learned from experience. Inner study is now required for further progress, okay? Going within, and I do see, collective, that you are coming into a completely new cycle. The old cycle is gone. The new is here. All right. And you're also going to be surrounded by the people, the places, the opportunities, the experiences, the abundance, the everything that reflects this new cycle. All right. The work is done for this cycle and you're coming into a new one. You're very protected from that of which is of the old cycle. All right. So Melchizedek may resonate with you. Birds, again, confirmation of the birds. We have a dove here, Shekinah. Sophia may also resonate with you. And then we do have the Erebos over here too. All right, confirmation of that wisdom. For some of you, maybe you're praying for the wisdom to get through a situation. All right, now what else? What other closing messages do we have for the collective for this reading? What other closing messages? We have High Priest. Yeah, you have that High Priest, Priestess energy. You are just a walking, embodied, physical High Priest, Priestess over here. Atlantis or Avalon may resonate with you. We do have Mother Mary, emotional healing, and High Priest of Atlantis, chakra healing. You could benefit from a sacral cleansing, perhaps, because I'm seeing the orange here. A throat, sacral. I'm also seeing a crown cleansing. Okay, so those chakras can resonate with you. And it does feel like you have been healing over here. You've been through some things, but there's a cycle that's completely closing out. And it's the cycle where you have to hide yourself. All right. I'm going to grab just a few more cards. What are some final cards of advice for this reading for the collective? What are some final cards of advice for this reading for the collective? Release fear, sacred, Akashic records. What are some final messages? Crystalline body, I love you over here. Crystalline body. You'll be going through crystalline activations. Someone was not ready for your presence and for your gifts. You approach them with just love. But I get this energy of like someone who's just either fears it or doesn't quite see it. Okay, there is someone who wasn't quite ready for your love is what's coming through. And for your presence, where they kind of sabotaged it perhaps a little bit. We do have fertility here. Fertility surrounds you, collective. Crystalline body over here. We do also have karmic debt paid. Okay, whatever this is or was, the karmic debt is fully paid, all right? And you're in your new cycle. That's what I have for you, collective. I do hope that it resonates. I'm sending you all so much love and so many blessings to your day.